Hi friends, welcome back to Gray and Crochet. My name is Matt, and in this video we are going to test out the Ferris Wheel yarn on the 48 Sentro to see how this works up, and also whether the yarn functions well on the machine. The machine can be a bit temperamental with some yarns, also I've heard, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of a series to test out different yarns and see how they go. So definitely hit that subscribe button and notification icon if you would like to see more videos like this. But yeah, I'm super excited to try it out. This is the colorway Cotton Candy. It is quite beautiful. Lovely yarn. Each cake comes in 150 grams. It is acrylic. I believe it is what is the texture, like roving? I believe it is a roving yarn. It is a pain in the butt to frog though, so I am just planning on making a snood for my foster dog Alicia with this one. Typically when I try these videos, my intention would be to frog it so I can reuse the yarn, but I know that's not going to really work for this, so I'm really hoping it turns out well and I can have a beautiful snood at the end of it for little Alicia. Now I do have some leftover from a cake that I have used to create a couple of alpine snoods. I will link the video up here for you if you're interested, but I'm just going to use this. There's about 20 grams left in this, and I'm going to see how much I can get out of it. So this will be a good test to sort of also see how much 20 grams of yarn converts into something knitted on the 48 Sentro. So without further blabbering, I'm just going to change my view for you and we will get knitting on this. So the Ferris Wheel yarn is a worsted weight yarn, and the last time I tried worsted weight yarn on this machine was during my first impressions video, which I will link up here for you if you'd like to check that out. But it was literally the first time I'd used this machine, and I did notice that it was a little bit difficult to crank. So I am interested to see if that was because of the yarn being heavier, like worsted weight is quite a thick yarn, or whether it was just my first time using this. So I am quite interested to see how this works up. So I'm just going to get cranking. I might speed this up a little bit, and I'll catch up with you later once we're starting to see a little bit of the yarn shine through. So we are about 25 rows in and the color change is starting to show. It looks quite pretty. Haven't noticed any issues with the machine so far. It is cranking quite well and it doesn't seem to be causing any issues with the actual needles catching it. We are about halfway through my 20 grams. We've got about 8 grams left, so I'm going to continue cracking this out, and then once we've got a complete snood I will fasten off and I will catch up with you once I'm done with that. So I've only got this much yarn left, so I think I'm going to start fastening off and I will see you once I am done with that. But it looks quite gorgeous. I love how the colors have played out on it. And here she is. This is about 42 rows on the knitting machine and it turned out really well. I like that both ends are purple and like the middle is blue. The colors played out really well on this. The experience knitting with it was really good. It was pretty smooth on the knitting machine. The only thing to keep in mind is this yarn likes to catch on itself. So when it's being fed through the tension holder, just make sure it doesn't stick together and create knots. That happened to me once and I had to unravel it. And when I was fastening off, the yarn wanted to stick to itself again. So I did have to unravel a couple of knots. But that's more so the yarn's fault rather than the knitting machine's fault. It knitted up really well and it looks great, and it's a great size for a dog snood as well. I hope you enjoyed that little video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye.